With school almost out of the way, and after a bajillion trillion arguments, the sequel, Starving Games 2, is finally here. In District 1 we have Puff Puff Humbert and Shimmer. In District 2 we have Gelatin and Amanda. District 3, Fluores and a vintage clock. District 4, a furry and Draco Malfoy. District 5, a Furby and Roy. Don't hug me, I'm scared. District 6, Shadow and Flamingo. District 7, Marina Diamandis and Crybaby from Portals. District 8, Kuromi and Andrew Tate. District 9, Atmos and Vladimir Putin.
Yes!
In District 10, we have Nicki Minaj and Rare Warbox. In District 11, Lois Griffin and the Baby in Yellow. In District 12, Mango Cookie and Ralsei's picture is gone, but we aren't gonna mind that.
And by the way, if you didn't know, I'm here. Hello.
Yeah, this is my brother. Yeah, he helped me set this up too. The last time. But so now we have our full roster. Let the games begin. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Ralsei, Shimmer, Crybaby, and a Furby share everything they gather before running. Kuromi runs away from the cornucopia. Roy runs away from the cornucopia. Amanda runs away from the cornucopia. Shadow shoots a poisonous blow dart into Mango Cookie Snack, slowly killing him.
Shadow seems to do.
Rare Warbox kills a furry for his supplies.
Probably with his, fist.
We have 2 kills already.
Man.
Flamingo severely slices Fluores with a sword. That's brutal. Andrew Tate bashes Nicki Minaj's head in with a mace.
My God.
I really hope he doesn't win because my brother put him in and I absolutely hate this man.
If he wins, I'm going to break the MacBook.
Marina stays at the cornucopia for resources. Draco Malfoy grabs a jar of fishing bait while Puff Puff gets fishing gear. Gelatin grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Lois Griffin grabs a backpack and retreats. Putin runs away from the cornucopia. The Baby in Yellow runs away from the cornucopia. Atmos runs away from the cornucopia. A vintage clock runs away from the cornucopia. Proceed.
2 deaths already. Man, bloodbath.
Okay, this might take a bit longer because of Day 1. A vintage clock diverts Putin's attention and runs away. Kuromi makes a slingshot. Ralsei receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Roy fishes. Marina discovers a cave. Rare Warbox makes a slingshot. Amanda falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Atmos sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Shimmer receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Shadow attacks Lois Griffin but she manages to escape. Puff Puff makes a wooden spear. Gelatin steals from Crybaby while she isn't looking. A Furby is pricked by thorns while picking berries.
Imagine the Furby wins.
Are you saying that because you wanted to die? Every time you say imagine if blank wins, it's also a death curse for that character.
I don't know.
Also,
it wanted to win.
Yeah. Flamingo pushes Andrew Tate off a cliff. Yes! He died! Yeah! He's dead! He's not going to win. Finally! We just started the game! The Baby in Yellow injures himself. And Draco Malfoy practices his archery.
He should practice magic.
Huh, yeah. Maybe he could use his wand in some kind of attack for everyone. Fallen tributes. 6 cannon shots could be heard in the distance. Mango Cookie, a Furry, Fluores, Nicki Minaj, Amanda, and Andrew Tate. Okay, Gelatin questions his sanity. Atmos passes out from exhaustion. Flamingo stays awake all night. Shadow, Marina, and Kuromi sleep in shifts. Draco Malfoy, a vintage clock, and Rare Warbox cheerfully sing songs together. Shimmer, the Baby in Yellow, and a Furby discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Ralsei screams for help. Roy receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Crybaby tries to treat her infection. Lois Griffin is awoken by nightmares. Putin and Puff Puff run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Proceed. Day 2. Kuromi attacks Lois Griffin, but Ralsei protects her, killing Kuromi. The baby in yellow steals from Shimmer while she isn't looking. Atmos hunts for the tributes. Putin receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Red Wobbucks and Flamingo split out to search for resources. Shadow, Draco, Malfoy, Marina, and Gelatin raid a vintage clock's camp while he is hunting.
How is a clock hunting?
I don't know, how does a clock have a camp? None of this makes sense. It's the Starving Games, duh. A Furby searches for firewood. Roy ambushes Puff Puff and kills him. No! You actually killed him! I swear, this is why Roy is my least favorite character, and don't hug me, I'm scared. Crybaby bleeds out due to untreated injuries. She's no longer back from the dead, that's for sure. Fallen tributes. Kuromi, Puff Puff, and Crybaby.
She's not back from the dead. She's back to the dead.
Back to the dead.
Back to the dead. Back to the dead.
Shimmer, Lois, Griffin, and Putin discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Gelatin and Ralsei sleep in shifts. Atmos cries himself to sleep. Roy passes out from exhaustion. Flamingo is awoken by nightmares. Draco Malfoy cries himself to sleep. A Furby and Rare Wobbucks talk about the tributes still alive. The Shadow, the baby in yellow, Marina, and a vintage clock sleep in shifts.
How does a vintage clock sleep?
I don't know. Roy tries to spear fish with a trident. Shadow shoots a poisonous blow dart into Rare Wobbucks' neck, slowly killing... Oh, oops, I put the wrong gender for Rare Wobbucks, but we're not going to care about that.
Rare Wobbucks, and he has a hole in his neck, when you just go through the hole.
Oh, maybe it would hit like the little, little bangles on his neck.
Yeah.
Flamingo questions his sanity. Doesn't he always do that, to be honest? Lois Griffin and a Furby fight a vintage clock in Atmos. Lois Griffin and a Furby survive. Marina begs for Shimmer to kill her. She refuses, keeping Marina alive. Draco Malfoy tends to Gelatin's wounds. The baby in yellow injures himself. Putin hunts for the tributes.
The baby in yellow is just trying to die.
And Ralsei questions her sanity. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Rare Wobbucks, a vintage clock, and Atmos. You are my favorite Celestial. I'll never forget this moment.
How the hell did vintage clock die?
I don't know. Night 3. Draco Malfoy passes out from exhaustion. Putin severely slices the baby in yellow with a sword.
It's just a baby! Come on, man!
Gelatin and Ralsei talk about the tribute still alive. Shadow and a Furby huddle for warmth. Roy is awoken by nightmares.
Lol.
Shimmer starts a fire.
Probably has nightmares about Leslie.
Flamingo is awoken by nightmares. Marina receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Lois Griffin sees a fire but stays hidden.
Why?
Shadow receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. A Furby forces Ralsei to kill Roy or Gelatin. She decides to kill Gelatin. Marina receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. I swear, if they kill off Marina next, I'm gonna be so mad. Flamingo makes a wooden spear. Lois Griffin forces Shimmer to kill Draco Malfoy or Putin. She refuses to kill, so Lois Griffin kills her instead. Okay, fallen tributes. The baby in yellow, Gelatin, and Shimmer. Night 4. Putin looks at the night sky. Marina and Lois Griffin talk about the tributes still alive. Flamingo and Ralsei huddle for warmth. Roy convinces a Furby to snuggle with him. Draco Malfoy kills Shadow with a sickle. I'm not even sure what a sickle is.
Neither do I.
The feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes' families. Ralsei decides not to go to the feast.
Why?
Draco Malfoy and Roy get into a fight over raw meat, but Draco Malfoy gives up and runs away. A Furby and Lois Griffin threaten a double suicide. It fails and they die. Both of them at the same time. Putin steals Flamingo's memoirs. Marina decides not to go to the feast. Proceed. Day 5. Draco Malfoy sets Putin on fire with a Molotov. Ralsei and Flamingo hunt for the tributes. Roy picks flowers. Marina picks flowers. Makes sense she has a song called Flowers. Shadow, a Furby, Lois Griffin, and Putin.
Yay, Putin's gone.
You keep making fun of a bunch of people who are dying, but it's for good reason, to be honest.
Good.
Marina sees a fire, but stays hidden.
The logo looks sick.
Yeah, I made the logo myself in like 10 minutes. Draco Malfoy tracks down and kills Flamingo. Ralsei goes to sleep. Roy quietly hums. Day 6. Marina stabs Ralsei in the back with a trident. Draco Malfoy fishes, and Roy dies from thirst.
So Marina and Draco Malfoy are the last ones.
Okay,
Oh my god.
Kind of reasonable that Roy died. He looks like he's dying of dehydration.
Who?
Draco pushes Marina off a cliff during a knife fight.
Draco won.
I was really hoping that Marina would win,
So
but
did I.
Draco Malfoy is the winner of Starving Games 2.
Yay!
Yeah. We might do a third one if we decide to get bored and do this again. But yeah,
No.
this was really fun to do. And yes, so if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see a lot more like funny videos from me. So if you want a Starving Games 3, make sure to leave it in the comments, and we will probably make one if we have time. So hope you enjoyed, and see you guys. Bye. Bye.
Have a monster munch.
Nom 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 nom. Wait for the camera. Bye.
Bye. Bye 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 bye.